Hey everybody, Tony Johnson here, Customer Experience Leader, coming to you for my live at 5:30 event. So listen, I had a bunch of you yesterday tell me how much you absolutely loved seeing outside, seeing that I was actually working remotely and admiring my pool in the blue sky. So, I thought, what the heck, I'd do it again today, but from a different angle. So, again, this is reinforced in one of yesterday's pieces where I said, mix it up a little bit so you don't get so bored. The other thing too that I've been hearing a lot of is that folks are feeling a little bit disconnected. It's easy to get fidgety. We're all doing the social distancing thing right now, and it really is hard because, if you're an extrovert like me, there's that meme going around, check on your extrovert friends, they are not okay. So just know if you're feeling a little fidgety, feeling a little antsy, this is going to sound a little hippy-dippy for some folks, but just know that the meditation and mindfulness thing, it really does have some impact on work, on the way you feel, on really how you kind of go to market with your skills, and really I think, really just the best way that you can engage with everybody you work with and staying, great for yourself. So if you're looking for that kind of mindfulness meditation thing, the app I use is Simple Habit. They're not a sponsor or anything, but just know that it is a great way to help really keep yourself focused and in tune. And everybody from business folks to CEOs to the United States military just swears by mindfulness and meditation and what it can really bring to your happiness, your healthfulness, your longevity, and really just your ability to focus. So again, little plug there. But let's jump in. I've got 3 tips for you again today. So the first is around what kind of technology you're using to engage. Some of you are probably doing a lot of virtual meetings. You're probably on things like Zoom or those kind of things and meeting with your teams virtually and doing meetings that way as well. So a couple of tips there. First, think about your background and where you're projecting from. So, if you're using those video apps, I noticed that there's one really cool one. I've seen it on Zoom, I've seen it on Meetup and Microsoft Meetings, where you can actually blur your background. If you don't have a super cool background, you can actually just blur it out. So that's a really great way to not have your background be the story during a meeting. The other thing is you can make sure that you have a clutter-free area to look at. So it could be a blank wall, it could be a simple piece of art, but you don't want people looking over your shoulder and seeing your kitchen where you haven't done the dishes all week because you've been cooking at home. Also, make sure that you are taking a look at what your audio is like. So, it's easy if you're outside or whatever to be on a microphone or whatever, but when the wind starts to pick up and blow, like where I'm at right now, if it were to pick up, it would sound like you were going through a tunnel or something, and it would be really hard for people to listen to you. And just also remember, if you're using like your earbuds or your earphones with a mic on it, those things pick up everything. So if you're doing the dishes, if you are just shuffling papers, it can sound like you're sanding wood to those on the other side. So just be cognizant about what your mic's picking up, and is it telling the story that you want to tell? The second, mind your distractions. Now, there is any number of things that you can get into around the house every day that can take away from your work and what you're trying to accomplish, which is why I have my friend Admiral Akbar with me here today, because remember, distractions around the house, it's a trap. So just remember that it is so easy to go down the rabbit hole. So that could be YouTube, it could be chores around the house, it could be the TV, whatever it is, or it could just be, if you've ever gotten onto YouTube or videos or started to research something, Wikipedia, you start off looking up, 14 ways to do better homework, and the next thing you know, you're finding out, 3 celebrities that look like they're dogs, and so it is easy to end up down the rabbit hole. So just know, be mindful of distractions, because you do need to continue to do that most amazing work. And then finally, check in with your colleagues and your clients and your customers, those you work with, and make sure that what you're doing is working with regard to meetings. So, it could be you need to postpone meetings because, if you're working with folks in the medical field, they've really got their hands full right now. So it's possible those meetings need to be postponed. You could go virtual like we talked about before, so find those ways to engage through technology. And there are some really cool places out there where you can, interact virtually. You can actually, do ways for people to collaborate together, play games. It doesn't just have to be someone droning on, through a virtual PowerPoint. And then finally, is the timing appropriate? So is what you need to do, is now the time? Is it still the right time to have those meetings? And do you need to adjust when you're meeting with folks, because of what's going on out there with the COVID-19 and the way people's business has changed. So it could be, if you've got people on the West Coast or those kind of things, be cognizant about when you're asking for those meetings and does it work for their business. So those are all some pieces and parts. So remember, make sure that your sound and your video is top shelf if you're going to do virtual meetings. Make sure you be mindful of those distractions, and also, check in with your colleagues and folks and make sure that what you're getting ready to do with the meetings and stuff is still a great time to do that. Now, I will tell you, if you're looking for some more education and stuff, here are some of my web links and those kind of things. The website, you can certainly sign up for my blog, igniteyourservice.com/blog, but also I am relaunching my podcast. So if you go and search Customer Service Academy on Apple iTunes podcasts, you can actually find me and start to download those. I think I've got 10 episodes up now, and I'm actually getting ready to relaunch and start recording some new live content, and it's going to be amazing, both around leadership, customer service, and engagement. Also, if you haven't checked out my book on Audible or on Amazon, it's ready. It's around the Ignite Your Service platform. So if you really want to take a look at that, I've got Where to Start, which is a great ebook you can download, and Together We Serve is the most recent one, again, that you'll find on Audible and on Amazon. So take a look at those pieces right now. But remember, continue to do that amazing work. As with all things, this will continue to pass, but we are still in the middle of this pieces. I think we still have a few weeks to go. I heard the president today talk about maybe wanting to have this done by Easter. That would be fantastic. But, again, just stay focused with these 3 points today. I will be back tomorrow live at 5:30, and so be sure to tune in. I will talk to you later. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching.